Have you ever wondered why some sneakers sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars while others sit quietly on the shelves? Sneaker collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a mix of fashion, culture, and smart investment. Understanding the secrets behind sneaker collecting can completely change the way you buy, wear, and even sell sneakers. Welcome to HowExpert Tip of the Day, where we bring you real-world tips from our how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. If you want to learn even more in-depth strategies, examples, and techniques on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to Sneaker Collecting, available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. Sneaker collecting is more than just owning shoes. At its core, it's about recognizing value, understanding trends, and cultivating a personal collection that reflects your style and strategy. In this video, we'll explore what makes sneaker collecting exciting, why it's grown into a multi-billion-dollar industry, and the essential knowledge every collector needs to start building a collection that's both stylish and valuable. The first key point in sneaker collecting is knowing your types and brands. Sneakers are not all created equal. Limited edition releases, collaborations with designers or artists, and vintage models are often more valuable than standard releases. For example, a collaboration between Nike and Travis Scott might be worth hundreds more than a typical Nike Air Max. Understanding which brands, models, and collaborations historically hold value is crucial for collectors. A good tip is to research past releases, track resale prices, and focus your collection on sneakers that resonate with your personal style and long-term value. Next is understanding sneaker rarity and exclusivity. The less common a sneaker is, the higher its demand tends to be. Limited drops create excitement, and knowing how to access these releases can make a huge difference. For instance, some sneakers are only released in select stores or through online raffles. Collectors often subscribe to sneaker release calendars or join online communities to stay ahead of upcoming drops. A simple tip: don't chase every release. Focus on those with the potential to become collector's items rather than items you might wear only once or twice. The third key point is condition matters more than you think. A sneaker's condition dramatically impacts its value. Collectors often store their sneakers in pristine condition, sometimes in special boxes or display cases, and avoid wearing them to preserve their resale value. Even minor scuffs or creases can reduce a sneaker's market worth. If your goal is to collect sneakers as investments or rare items, always treat each pair like a valuable artifact. Quick takeaway: never underestimate cleaning and proper storage. It pays off in the long run. Another essential aspect is tracking market trends and resale value. Sneaker collecting is partially about understanding fashion, but it's also about understanding the market. Some sneakers skyrocket in value because of hype, cultural moments, or endorsements from celebrities. For example, Air Jordan releases from the 90s often see higher resale prices due to nostalgia and demand. Following resale platforms, sneaker blogs, and social media accounts of influencers can give you insight into which sneakers are trending and which might hold long-term value. This awareness allows you to make informed purchasing decisions rather than impulsive buys. Authentication is key. Never overlook this. The sneaker market is filled with fakes, and authenticity directly impacts both the collector's credibility and the value of the sneakers. Authenticating sneakers involves checking stitching, tags, materials, and even QR codes or holograms, depending on the brand. Some collectors use professional authentication services for rare or expensive pairs. A practical tip: educate yourself on the common signs of counterfeit sneakers, and when in doubt, have them verified by experts before buying or selling. An often overlooked point is personal style and storytelling. Collecting sneakers isn't only about money or rarity, it's also about expressing yourself. Your collection can tell a story of your journey as a collector, your favorite brands, or even your fashion sense. For instance, some collectors focus on Jordans from a specific era, while others mix modern releases with vintage classics. When building a collection, think about what your sneakers say about you. Tip: curate your collection in a way that reflects your taste and creates a sense of pride and enjoyment every time you see your display. Finally, let's talk about community and networking. Sneaker collecting thrives in communities, both online and offline. Joining forums, social media groups, or local meetups can help you learn insider tips, discover new releases, and even trade or sell sneakers safely. Networking with fellow collectors exposes you to knowledge you might not find on your own and keeps the hobby exciting. Remember, even the rarest sneakers lose some appeal if they're just stored away without sharing your passion with others. Quick takeaway: engage with communities to grow both your collection and your expertise. To bring all of these points together, imagine a collector named Alex who started with just a single pair of vintage Nikes. By learning about rarity, market trends, authentication, and proper storage, Alex gradually built a collection of over 50 pairs, including limited editions and collaborations. Each sneaker had a story, whether it was a lucky raffle win, a carefully sourced vintage pair, or a gift from a friend. Alex's collection not only became a source of pride, but also an investment that appreciated over time, demonstrating the power of knowledge, patience, and strategy in sneaker collecting. When you understand the core principles of sneaker collecting, types, rarity, condition, market trends, authentication, personal style, and community, you're no longer just buying shoes. You're curating a collection that reflects your style, your knowledge, and your passion for sneakers. These principles help you navigate the world of sneaker collecting confidently and make choices that are both enjoyable and valuable. Sneaker collecting is more than a hobby. It's a lifestyle that combines fashion, culture, and strategy. The more you understand the market, the more intentional your collection becomes, and the greater the enjoyment and value you gain from each pair. For even more tips, techniques, and practical examples on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to Sneaker Collecting, available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.